That is one of the most stirring intros of any guest I have. And once again, Dr. Nancy Irwin joins us from Los Angeles. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you, Mike, in Illinois. A pleasure to be back, as always.
We're having almost California weather right now.
Nice.
We're up to about 50. In fact, twice this year so far, I've had the motorcycle out. It's been warm enough.
Wow.
That won't
It's
last.
Like 80 degrees here.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
I saw people sweating during the Rose Bowl game.
Unbelievable. I know.
Well, this time of year, it's great for us, and people hopefully who made healthful resolutions can get out there and exercise. But shall we talk a bit about resolutions?
Absolutely. And, I try to avoid the word resolutions because it tends to have such a negative connotation. People hear that word and they think, oh, there's another thing I'm never going to do.
Yes.
And it just is the brunt of a joke.
You're
so
right.
People don't take it seriously. So I think it's much healthier to set a goal.
Good idea.
Set a goal, a realistic one. And I always say set SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. Make sure they are very simple and specific. Instead of just saying in general, I want to make more money. Well, if you find a $5 bill on the floor, you've got more money.
Here.
So you want to say, I want to double my salary, or take on 10 new patients, or I want, to make $125 next year. Make it very specific and idiot-proof. And then make it measurable and meaningful. So everyone will know when you've gotten your goal. You can prove you've lost 10 pounds instead of just saying, well, I've lost weight. You want to make sure it's absolutely measurable, and you want to make sure it's meaningful to you. If it doesn't have any meaning to you, why set the goal?
Good point. Let me digress for a moment. What about writing down your goals?
Always a great way to concretize it in your subconscious, which is this, as we've talked before, this enormous awareness machine. And it will magnetically begin to, like sonar, it's sensitive and it will start attracting whatever you focus on. And whenever you write it down, it just begins to allow you to actualize it. Things just start moving when you write them down.
Very good. Something I believe in, too.
Yep. And then the A of SMART is make your goals achievable. It would be a little realistic for you and I to start saying that we're going to be NFL linebackers for the Green Bay Packers. But
I was going to become a rock star, Nancy.
Well, I would never say never. That could be possible.
There are rock stars my age.
I probably can't be a supermodel either. So.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to star opposite George Clooney at any time.
God, I wish you could.
You'd be looking for an introduction, wouldn't
Honey,
you?
I would be there, please. You'd have to give me a date. And then R in SMART, you want your goals to be realistic and responsible. Responsible meaning they're ecological. It affects everyone in a positive way, rather than you want to just run your car up to 150 miles an hour in rush hour traffic. That would not be real responsible.
Here.
So you want it's fine to be a race car driver, but do it in the appropriate place. And then T is timed and toward. Timed means give it a deadline. I will lose 5 pounds by March 1. I will, decrease my body fat by 10% by June. Something where you have a deadline. It's not to beat yourself up if you don't get it on that date, but it's just to make it fun, to make it like a sport. So you have a concrete goal to shoot for. Then if you miss it, well, you just reassess and see what you need to make it and set another goal.
Very good.
And then, of course, you want it set towards something, where you're moving towards something rather than away from something like pain. You want to move toward a better job rather than I just want to get rid of this horrible job because I hate my boss.
Okay, or I'm going to get out of this relationship. I know it's not a good one.
It's better to say I want to, leave an unhealthy relationship and leave myself open for a healthy one rather than I just have to get rid of this a-hole.
Bozo, yeah, okay.
If that's your thinking, you're probably going to make a lateral move at best because you're still focusing on what you don't want. Pain, misery, loss, poverty, overweight. You're focusing on the loss. Focus on what you do want. Health, to be slender, to be abundant, to be in a healthy relationship, to be joyful, to whatever your goals are, to buy a new home rather than I just got to get out of this cheap apartment.
So smart.
Always towards something you like.
So SMART goals to be written down. I think that's a great idea too for reinforcing what you hope to achieve, and then they should also be stated in a positive way, though, right?
Always. Again, focusing on what you do want. Don't just focus on, oh, I'm a fat pig. Focus on, I do have 20 pounds I'd like to be rid of. They're unnecessary. Who can help me? What plan do I need? How can I go about sculpting my body down to the appropriate weight?
What about enlisting friends, coworkers, your close friends? Do you tell? It's one thing to write them down. Do you also spread the word?
Always nice to hold yourself accountable, and you can make like a formal declaration to your friend, or promise, or guarantee, and just say, "I want you to hold me accountable. Hold me to my word, to my integrity. I'm committing to give up alcohol for the next 3 months." Or refined sugars, or whatever is important for you. Let your friends know so that they can help you and say, if I'm feeling weak and I beg you for a cigarette or a drink or whatever, please support me by saying, I'm going to help you by saying no.
So if someone here in the office I know has made a resolution, sets a goal of becoming a little thinner, and I catch her with a candy bar, I can say something to her, right?
Only if she's asked you to. Otherwise, you're being critical.
Okay.
But it's having a support system in a loving way and holding yourself accountable and having your friends, like a coach.
I really do think that's a good idea. And I know in various endeavors of mine, it has helped me.
Yep.
And you know what else is nice, too? And this is a little bit on the egotistical side. But as you're progressing toward your goal, you can say, hey, look, do I look thinner? Or I haven't had a cigarette in 2 months, And they'll give you an attaboy.
Yeah.
And we all need that positive reinforcement.
Absolutely. And you want to reward yourself. You want to positively reinforce what you're doing. I'm not saying go out and have a cigarette to celebrate that you're not smoking, right. Or go out and have pizza because you've lost 5 pounds.
Yeah.
But get yourself some fresh flowers, or a massage, or a new CD, or something, a new sweater, something that's small but relatively frivolous, but something that just pats you on the back and gives you your own attaboy. That's sending positive reinforcement to your unconscious, whether it comes externally or internally. They both help.
All right, let me ask you the sticky question. So I'm a month in toward my goal now, and I've been doing fairly well, but I realize that I've bitten off more than I can chew. In other words, I said I want to drop 40 pounds. I want to get down to just 200 pounds by the time March rolls around.
Well, that may be an unrealistic goal. You may want to.
So we weren't smart enough.
Yeah, you may want to consult a trainer, a nutritionist, a doctor, a professional who can guide you through the healthiest way to lose weight. Because, rapid weight loss, what goes up must come. Yeah.
Must come back in so many cases.
Comes back up. Yeah, it's just too much. It freaks out the body, and it's naturally wanting to maintain homeostasis. So the only way to change homeostasis, your set point, is to do it very slowly so that every single part of your body gets the instructions and the new template before it drops down a bit more. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a really important concept for people to hold on to when they have a plateau of any sort. It's boring, it's frustrating, you feel like nothing's going on, but a lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes. You just can't see it. Magical things are happening in all of your organs and cells that are taking in the new instructions. And I always make the analogy, it's like you go to a play. Mm-hmm. The curtains are drawn, and you think, oh, come on, just start the show. Nothing's happening. Well, a lot of stuff is going on backstage. They're setting up for you.
Good point.
Same thing in between acts. All these marvelous, miraculous switches and things are going on for your benefit. So you want to be very patient and know that while it appears nothing's going on, that's actually more important than when you're seeing the decrease.
Very good point.
Yeah.
So, and let me ask you a personal question. Any personal goals for you?
Oh, God, are you kidding me? Yes, I just started a detox today, and I'm doing it through my trainer, and there are 40 other people doing it.
Oh.
So we have a huge support system. She has a blog. We're sharing recipes. We're always there if somebody's feeling down or weak. We have all these buddies to hold us accountable.
Very good. It's a wise doctor who listens to her own advice.
Yeah, my rule is I kind of eat and drink anything I want during December, and then in January.
And then the bill comes.
It's serious. So, yeah, it's a 21-day detox, and, yeah, I'd like to bring down my body fat ratio about 10%.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Well, a very happy New Year, and thank you for the information. It really is very helpful.
Always a pleasure. I want to see everybody live a life they love and have smart goals they can achieve.
Hear, hear. Thanks, Nancy.
All the best to you.
Thank you.